So I'm Nikat Ali. I'm the lead producer at Paradox Interactive for Survive More.
My name is Emi Diaz, and I'm the producer at Iceflake Studios.
I'm Matti Sotalo. I'm a game designer at Iceflake.
So Surviving the Aftermath is a colony builder that sets place in a Earth that has had several apocalyptic events basically destroy it. We don't really know what happened, but there you find a couple of people that now are trying to basically rebuild civilization, and you take part in that. And it's basically a resource management survival game where you have to invest in making a bigger colony, get a good infrastructure built, having the other interact with the other colonies, and that's how I would describe it. Yeah.
How does the player interact with the world? How big is this world, for example?
Well, after you build a gate in the colony, you get access to the world map, and you need specialists to explore the world map. You want to add?
How many specialists are there?
It's about 50 unique specialists right now. We are adding more in future updates, and you can have a total of 10 at the moment in your colony.
Can you give some titles of these specialists?
There are fighters, scavengers, those kind of people. We're expanding that a bit more at a later date as well, so there will be more like these archetypes.
Scientists. You have scientists, you have these people that are more like the stronger fighter types. You can combine them like in a little group and then send them off as a full group, not right now, but in the future update, to together as a group explore the world map, basically.
Can you describe some of the resources that a player might want to first try to gather right in the very beginning?
I would say the most important ones are like what, in real life. Water, food, shelter. Well, shelter is not really a resource, but you need to have wood and concrete. Later on electricity, but these are the most basic ones that you first need to rebuild before you can start to explore more.
At the moment we have 5 catastrophes: meteor shower, nuclear fallout, heat wave, for example, and then we have smaller disasters.
Each of them has like this big pop-up telling like what's coming. It'll also give you examples of what to do when the catastrophe is impending, so you might want to take up on those like tips on what to do. Different catastrophes are intentionally on a sort of like different scale. So some affect buildings, some affect your city or your colonists, and as in real life, dehydration is a huge thing. So you can survive a lot longer without food and water. So that's why like the heat wave is sort of easy, but also really, really tough if you are struggling to provide water for your colonists.
There's a lot of obstacles on the ground, how to clear the areas. Can you give any tips or tricks about this?
Yeah, I would say build research. Go out in the world to find science points to make your little colony more knowledgeable, and then you'll be able to find these sites what can clean up I forgot the actual name for it.
Environmental stations.
Yes, environmental station. Then you can build the environmental station, and then you can go and clean up all of the dangerous sites and make sure that your colonists no longer get affected by it.
About those research points, they start off by, I need 100 research points, I need 200 by 300. How do I get more research points?
Right now it's only restricted to the world map, but
like we're looking into ways to allow players to earn them a bit like slower but steadier in some other ways. But at the moment you have to go to the world map and find museums, observatories, that kind of locations that have the old knowledge still preserved you can bring back home.
There's some things I noticed where I can build like a garden or build a statue, but when I move my mouse over it doesn't really tell me if it gives any benefit to the colony. What are those for?
Right now they're just decoration, but we're exploring ways to make it affect the colony as well.
One of the things I did was I also built like a trading outpost. I already get people to visit my gate but not the trading outpost.
So that's right now it's just the skeleton version, but I think we have a lot of plans to make the whole trading more intricate, and you'll be able to interact with the other colonies way better. Right now the whole structure is not fully set yet, and we're waiting also for the feedback of the players to make it more robust. Matti, you can tell a little more about that.
At the moment, once you pre-build it, you can attract merchants with higher volume of goods. So instead of offering 10 potatoes, it might offer 200 or something. But later on, we'll expand the significance of the building a lot more. So, and it ties directly into the world map update we have coming up.
Right now they're just PvEs, but later on they can, if you cross over to them, they can start attacking you as well. And you can also befriend them if you want to, some of them. Some of the colonies.
Currently in demo, I haven't encountered the other colonies yet. Are there other colonies in the demo or this pre-release version?
They're coming in the World Cup update.
And the World Map update is like 2 months removed.
I understand that this is coming out for PC on the Xbox Game Preview, on the Epic Game Store. And why is there a 1 year gap between now until when it's released on other platforms?
For us, we wanted to use this time to get as many feedback as possible and make sure that we can actually implement it. The more platforms you have, the more difficult or challenging it becomes to maintain all of them. So we chose one for console and one for PC, and then just get as much feedback as possible, have a year early enough that players can give input so that we can actively improve the game and, you know, stay flexible enough to handle all of the feedback requests. If we do a lot of other platforms as well, it will just be more difficult to manage, and we will be spending more time testing all of these builds to make sure all of them are correct and actually creating new features and all that. So.
What about the release cycle? If you were to release an update, would it be coming out on all the platforms at the same time?
It will be coming on both the PC and Xbox at the same time.
And later on, when it's on Steam and all the other players all at the same time?
Yes, we will keep the same update cadence as with the other platforms.
Will you allow mods in this game?
Yes, we are. They are from a modding background, and Paradox loves mods. We love modders who want to invest time in our games and even create their own stories. Like, we live for that. So we're using the Paradox distribution platform for mods, where we can put both mods on the Xbox and in the PC version. Right now it's only on the PC version, but in like a couple of months we will also have it on the Xbox. So there will be mods on both.
Yeah, and at the moment you can do modding like on buildings, disasters, catastrophes, and events, for example. And we're improving it all the time as well.
What will be the objective for this game? To survive as many days as possible, or try to have as many survivors as possible?
We're still kind of developing the end game of it. We're currently in discussions of how to explore that further, and that would be like one of the 1.0, the actual full release thing. So it's still very much in concept phase.
The game at the moment is mostly concentrated on the early game and parts of the mid game, but the end game plans are coming along pretty nicely. We have a few interesting options on like how players can finish the game and maybe use that as a point to start a new one.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
How will they submit their feedback to you, and how will they receive feedback from you?
Yes, so we have this whole system built for this. There's this tiny little ladybug where you can click on and give us either bug reports or feedback on every single thing inside the game. And we have our insights team set up with user research people and analytics, and we will compile the feedback and make a more data-driven approach to improving the game. So, usually it's all on the forums and it's like scattered everywhere, but now it will be all into the back end, and then we will look together with the game team and make sure that the newest that the updates reflect what the players want. So make sure that everyone feedbacks, and we're gonna look at it.
Would this support multiplayer?
No, not right now.
Would this be supported on Nintendo Switch?
We are supporting PlayStation. Not right now. It's basically. There are no plans made for Switch. give us as much feedback as possible. We really want to make this together with the community. So play the game, give us feedback, and we hope that, because this is quite new for Paradox and for you guys, to do this together with the players. So we really want your feedback. So press the ladybug. Give it.